Now on CoastTV News.
Milton decision. We look at tomorrow's town election and the issues that are driving the candidates for mayor.
Short stay struggle as Ocean City is closing in on a big chance to change its residential rental policy.
And a bit of a chill out there this Friday morning with temperatures in the lower 40s, but we are in for wall-to-wall sunshine, not only for today, but to start the weekend. But the only big news is we're going to see a big drop in temperature. We're going to go from the 60s to feeling like the 20s and teens. We'll break it all down in my full forecast straight ahead.
Ag Talk. That's what's expected today in Fenwick Island as town officials are getting their parking policy in place for the summer season.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. It is Friday, February 28th, 2025. We've almost made it out of February.
The weekend is here.
Yeah. I always consider it after the workday is over.
Oh, really?
I do.
I always go into Friday with that, I got Friday vibes. And also, to your point, we are at the end of February.
That is true. We are at the end of February. Chris, this gets us out of some of the worst winter months, I would say, weather-wise. But then Sunday, I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to stay pretty dry. That is the good news. The bad news is, we're going to take a big nosedive as far as our temperatures go. We're at 45 right now in Rehoboth, 44 Bethany Beach, 42 Ocean Pines. We're at 40 in Seaford, 43 in Milton. So overall, not too bad. We are a little bit colder than where we were at this point about 24 hours ago, a good 5 to 10 degrees cooler. Now, we do have a west wind right now, gusting upwards of 19. Indian River Inlet, 10 in Rehoboth. We'll see some winds pick up throughout the morning and into the afternoon. We are clear as far as any precipitation goes. The front well off the coast. See a few streaming showers back to our west, but we have clear skies and a pleasant day ahead of us. It'll be a bit breezy, as I mentioned, with highs reaching the mid-50s. And yes, buckle up. We have a wild swing this weekend. We go from the 60s Saturday. Temperatures on Sunday in the 30s, but it's going to feel like the teens and 20s. Now, the good news is we're going to stay pretty dry. No big storm systems to contend with, at least through next Wednesday, where we'll be dealing with a system that will bring primarily rain to the area. Today, though, mostly sunny skies. We rise from the lower to mid-40s this afternoon into the lower to mid-50s by this afternoon under mostly sunny skies. So pretty nice end to February, and we'll talk more about that wild weekend ahead as far as temperatures go coming up a little bit later on.
All right, thank you, Chris. We'll look forward to that. Happening Saturday in Milton, the town's municipal election is taking place. It'll be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Milton Fire Department. 3 candidates are on the ballot to fill 2 town council seats. Another race to watch is the one for the town's mayor. Incumbent John Collier is seeking a second term. He's being challenged by Vice Mayor Lee Revis-Plank, who is also in her second term on the town council. Some of the big issues we have covered in the past in Milton deal with development and parking.
Nobody loses in this game. We're all in this together.
You have to be able to just put your head down and keep working forward for the best of the town.
And we should see at least one new member elected to the town council since incumbent Larry Savage did not file to run for another term. We have more on that race. That can be found on Coast TV's app and on CoastTV.com.
And in Milford, while the election for city council is canceled, there will be a special election. The city is asking people to vote on borrowing up to $8.5 million for water improvements. That election will take place on Saturday, April 26th.
New this morning, we could see a vote in Fenwick Island about parking tags for the upcoming summer season. What is scheduled to be discussed by the town council is this: the number and the type of parking tags that will be made available to property owners. Fenwick's current policy distributes 1 blue tag per property. That one allows parking on both streets and the beach ends of town. In addition, they also get 2 parking permits. Those can only be used on the town streets. Paid parking begins in Fenwick Island on May 15th.
If you're looking to book a short-term rental in a residential area or a mobile home district in Ocean City for a weekend, you may be soon out of luck. Next week, council members will decide whether or not short-term rentals in Ocean City should have a minimum 5-day stay. Right now, there is no minimum, and this new proposal will be going to its second and final reading on Monday night.
Getting a live look now this morning at the canal. And Lewis, you can see out there on the left side of your screen the sun, the glow of the sun trying to come up there. Lewis, this is a popular tourist destination, this area here right along the water. There's an inn. It's an area that also draws overnight stays, and those overnight stays could soon costs more. City officials are considering approving a lodging tax. This as hotels already pay an 8% tax to the state. And according to the Lewis City Charter, the City Council has the ability to charge up to 3% for this type of lodging tax. Right now, they're looking at 2%, but obviously that is short of the 3%, higher than the current 0%. If this does move forward, the city says the money could be used to support public services. Some hotels in the city say they have concerns.
I just don't think it's necessary because there are a lot of new hotels out on Route 1, 24. I mean, we're competing with them. And I always fight for my guests. I mean, I don't like to raise, prices that much because eventually I think you're going to lose them.
And if this tax does go into effect, any reservations made before April 1st are exempt.
It is important to note this is not the same as a tax on short-term rentals and Airbnbs. Lewis is also considering that at a 5.5% increase. And here's what other beach town taxes on hotels look like. In Rehoboth Beach, their lodging tax is 3%, as well as in Dewey Beach. In Fenwick, it's 3.5%, and in Ocean City, it's 5%.
Here's a sign of the upcoming change of seasons. DENREC is reminding people that tomorrow you'll need to start paying to enter state parks. This lasts until November 30th. You can purchase one of the several types of annual passes that will give access to all 17 Delaware state parks for the entire season. The daily fees for cars registered in state are $4 at inland parks and $5 at ocean parks.
Also starting tomorrow in the Lewis area, the Point at Cape Henlopen State Park is closing for the spring and the summer season. The annual closure has been in place since 1993. And it's necessary for the protection of migratory shorebirds and other wildlife whose beach nesting is threatened and endangered. The ocean side will reopen to the public on September 1st, but the bay side won't reopen until October 1st because of shorebird migration.
Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. That's the Capitol building on your screen. A few blocks from this building is the White House, and today President Trump will continue his series of meetings with European leaders. The one today has some extra attention. Trump is hosting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
And the leader of the war-torn country comes to Washington after he and President Trump are scheduled to sign a deal that would give America access to key minerals in exchange for financial support in the war against Russia. NBC's Alice Barr shows us what could come out of this visit.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky coming to the White House today as President Trump presses for a deal to end Russia's war on Ukraine.
We're working very hard to get that war brought to an end.
Talking peace plans with the UK Prime Minister on Thursday.
It'll either be fairly soon or it won't be at all.
It can't be peace that rewards the aggressor.
European allies have been working to bring Ukraine's needs to the forefront in negotiations that began with Russia first.
We're discussing our future. We're discussing our home.
Oleksandra Matvichuk, a Nobel Peace Prize-winning Ukrainian human rights lawyer, has been advocating for her country in Washington while documenting Russian war crimes and centering Ukrainian suffering.
We don't hear about people.
She says a lasting peace can only come through allies promising security guarantees to check Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
Not to live under constant threat that tomorrow Russia will start bombarding massively Ukrainian cities again.
President Zelensky is expected to sign an agreement today to share revenue from Ukrainian rare earth minerals with the U.S. in exchange for some form of security guarantees, though President Trump has said he wants Europe to take the lead. The president alarmed allies by falsely suggesting Ukraine started the war, claims President Zelensky called out as Russian disinformation, leading President Trump to call the democratically elected Zelensky a dictator.
Did I say that? I can't believe I said that. Next question.
A key test today of where a critical relationship and the future of Ukraine is headed. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, hotel hold up the public hearing in Rehoboth Beach today for a new hotel that will change the look of the boardwalk area.
Also, scary scams will tell you how Delaware State Police are urging people to be vigilant as they are seeing more and more across the state.
And fire investigation, why DENREC is involved with a fire that occurred Sunday in Ellendale. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. Drive new Buick Envistas for $199 a month. Or get up to $13,000 off new Silverados. Visit us today. And remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
I honestly don't know where I'd be without my wife and 2 sons. It's hard to imagine. You want to present yourself in a good way, present yourself as a good role model. Not that that's an issue, but it's always in the back of my mind. Hey, is this the way I want them to see? Is this the way I want them to be? I just can't imagine not having that family, people I'm with, part of my life. I just can't imagine it.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Good Friday morning, Delmarva, as we take a live look into Laurel. Beautiful shot there. Sunrise 6:34 this morning. A chilly start, 41. Overall, not too bad, and we are in for mostly sunny skies today. And we have a pretty cool celestial occurrence later on today, just after sunset. Rare event. If you look to the west, low on the horizon, you will see the planetary parade. Now, the most visible of the planets will be Mars, Jupiter, as well as Venus. Those will appear the most bright, and this is going to be your best chance to see Mercury as well. Now, you will not need a telescope or a binoculars. You will need a telescope or binoculars to see Uranus or Neptune, but pretty cool because the next time this will occur will not be until April of 2040. Now, we're going to have beautiful viewing for this event. We're going to see clear skies, and temperatures are going to be in the mid-40s, so hopefully you get a chance to take a peek at that later on this evening. We'll talk more about the weekend ahead, which features that big drop in temperature, and we'll talk all about that coming up in the 7-day here in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. This morning, 2 teenagers are facing felony charges after Delaware State Police say they were involved in a robbery on Lucky Lane in Millsboro. 18-year-old G.R. Freeman of Smyrna and 18-year-old Tizon Trotter of Elkton, Maryland were arrested. Troopers say the 15-year-old victim was texting the two, who were posing as a cousin, through a social media app to meet up and sell sweatshirts. State police say one of the suspects hit that victim with a gun and stole the sweatshirts. Both Freeman and Trotter were committed to Sussex Correctional Institution.
I have an update to a story we first brought to you on Sunday. A fire from the Cypress Estates housing project in Lincoln. Well, that site is now under DENREX management. Air monitoring is underway. That's because officials say the smoke from that fire traveled as far as the Bay Health Sussex campus.
Still ahead, Scary Scams will tell you what national agency is now stepping up to inform people.
If you're heading out this evening, take a look at the sky. You'll be able to see the planetary parade, and we're going to have beautiful viewing for it with temperatures in the 40s and clear skies. We'll talk more about that weekend forecast when Coast TV News Today continues.
Coast TV News can be heard on 93.5 The Beach. DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices, and remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Friday at 7 on CoastTV.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Friday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
Approaching 6:18 on this Friday morning. We're getting a live look now at Lewis's, the Roosevelt Inlet there. I think it's pretty cool. You can see some ships out there either making their way up to Philadelphia or Wilmington Port or coming from those ports out to the Atlantic Ocean. Also, I'm looking forward to Chris, who's in for Bob this morning. I'm looking forward to 60-degree temperatures on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a really nice start to the weekend. It's going to kind of carry over from this quite of a mild week we've had on Delmarva. 44 right now, Rehoboth. We're at 40, Seaford. 45 in Salisbury and 45 in Ocean City. Winds right now anywhere between about 10 to 15 out of the west. We're going to see some gusts pick up anywhere between about 25 to 30 throughout the day today. We do have a small craft advisory up from the Delaware coast through about 4 today. Ocean City down through Chickatee, Virginia. That runs through about 10 this morning. And on the bay side, we have that up to about noon. So the front that passed through is history, well off the coast. High pressure building in briefly before this cold front up to the north drops in here Saturday night. And yeah, that's going to mean some business as far as a big drop in temperature. Breezy sunshine today. We're in the lower to mid 50s. Sunny skies throughout the weekend, but that big temperature change is going to be happening. We're in the lower to mid 50s across much of Delmarva today. As I mentioned, some gusts out of the west upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour. Not much to track on Futurecast. Clear skies through the day today. We're going to stay pretty sunny into Saturday, but you notice those winds shifting late in the day on Saturday out of the north-northwest. That's that frontal boundary that's going to be passing through. It is going to be breezy, really, for the next 24 to 48 hours, with those winds really shifting from the southwest to the northwest as we go into Saturday night, and then that colder air gets rushed in. 65 Saturday, partly cloudy skies. We're at 38 on Sunday. That cold front, as I mentioned, will mean business because by Sunday morning, yes, it's going to be feeling like the teens across much of Delmarva, and even into Monday morning, feeling like the upper teens to lower 20s. Plenty of sunshine from Chickatee to Aztec from Saturday to Sunday through Ocean City in Fenwick Island, but we do go from the 50s into the 30s for highs Sunday into Monday through Lewis and Rehoboth Beach. We stay dry through the period. Next chance of rain doesn't arrive until next Wednesday, and it will be in the form of rain because we are going to see a surge of warmth through the middle part of next week. 55 today. We see clear skies overnight. 41. We're at 65 for Saturday, and there's Roger Whitford. Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella, and your 7-day shows that colder air into Sunday into Monday. We're at 58 Tuesday, rain chances Wednesday night through Thursday, and then we fall into the 40s come Thursday.
Thank you, Chris. Scam calls, texts, voicemails, you probably received them on your phone. I know I have. And now Delaware State Police are telling CoastTV they've seen a recent increase in these types of scams. Some of them are even impersonating local theaters, and people we spoke with say these scams are nonstop.
We do not use any other platform to buy tickets other than eTix. If it is not from eTix, it is not from us. If there is not a seat number on the ticket, that is not real.
And Delaware State Police, their advice seems pretty simple here. Never click on links from unexpected texts and emails.
New this morning, March 6th, is Slam the Scam Day, according to the Social Security Administration. The agency says the purpose is to keep people informed on how to recognize Social Security scams. These include unexpected benefit increases, unusual payments like a wire transfer, and pressure to act immediately. The agency says to report a possible scam right away.
This does bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know if you're getting more scams. You getting more scams, Elisa?
I see more of those texts, and I'm like, that's not right. Well, 81% of our voters say they're seeing a lot more than usual as well. 8% say yes, but that's normal, and 8% say no. What about you, Matt?
I feel like there's been an increase, but I usually ignore texts that from numbers I don't recognize, so I don't even bother looking.
Well, if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so on CoastTV.com or in our mobile app. And up next on CoastTV News Today, hotel holdup. We'll tell you about the hurdle for a new boardwalk hotel after it was approved only a month ago. Don't go anywhere.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
The defendants came to your place through Airbnb to stay for a month.
She didn't know what she was getting into.
I was totally new to all this, and I didn't know how it worked.
And no matter what she did,
she said, you can't use the kitchen, you can't use the laundry.
They wouldn't get out.
She would not let us use the air conditioner. Mr. Walton had a heat stroke. He almost died.
But you stayed there.
Next, Judge Judy.
Friday at 2 on CoastTV.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
Happening today, a public hearing on a hotel coming to 1 Rehoboth Avenue. According to the Rehoboth Beach Chief Building Inspector, the property from Rehoboth Avenue all the way to Baltimore Avenue are actually different parcels, 4 of them exactly. The owner of that property is trying to consolidate it into one, and a public hearing will focus on this consolidation. It's important to note that the hotel is approved, but some people CoastTV spoke with say when it's eventually done, Rehoboth isn't going to feel the same.
A big piece of property right on the boardwalk, so I guess it's definitely going to change the fabric of and the beauty and charm of Rehoboth.
And the area where that hotel will be is part of where the original Dollies used to sit, right there on the boardwalk. And right across the way of the boardwalk, another hotel project is in the works. That's the Belhaven Hotel. But there's a bit of a pause. It would go where the Candy Kitchen currently is. After years of back and forth, officials continue to have disagreements over the building size and the amount of parking spots. In December, the Planning Commission said Belhaven will have to come back with an updated site plan that meets their regulations. And Matt, although it's been warmer this week, I don't think it's time for you to permanently bring out the tank tops.
Permanently.
Permanently.
It's only a sad temporary situation here.
Yes.
As, soon,
it's all temporary.
Soon it'll be a daily part of my wardrobe.
You can make it till, say, May?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. All right, Chris. Yeah.
We'll see if
Then look out.
Singing karaoke in that tank top.
This is enough on that.
Well, looking live into Cambridge, beautiful shot there, sunny skies, and we are going to see plenty of sunshine today. We are at 45 in Cambridge as we make our way into Ocean City, Fenwick Island, a wall-to-wall sunshine with highs topping out in the lower 50s at the coast, making our way to Lewis, starting off in the 40s, and we'll eventually top out in the lower 50s as well. So a bit cooler at the coast. Into Cambridge, though, plenty of sunshine for our Friday, and as well as Chrisfield with highs in the lower 50s. We're getting even warmer, though, as we go into Saturday, and you can get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert weather phone. We'll talk about that warm-up to start the weekend, and then the big cool down into Sunday and the full 7-day here in a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of that cool down, we have some cool things to do this weekend. Get excited as tomorrow, many in Delaware will celebrate 302 Day. Even though it's March 1st, it has the name 302 Day because the state's area code is 302. Dogfish Head in Milton, they are having a number of events. Actually, one of them starts today. The brewery says at 5 p.m. you can join a fireside chat with Delaware State Parks and 302 Horseshoe Crab. Then on Saturday, this is one of my favorite events. I plan on showing up here. It's live music, lawn games, lots of 302 gear. Maybe somebody from the CoastTV crew will be singing karaoke. You'll have to attend to find out. You can also expect an exclusive 302 brew and other spirits from local businesses. Elise, are you singing?
I am not singing, but I think the man next to me will. And the fun doesn't stop there. According to 302 Horseshoe Crab, there are a number of raffles and a live auction. The business says some of those raffle items include donations from Quest Adventures and Bethany Beach Billiards. There will also be an auction for 2 low-digit surf tags, and you can participate Saturday at Dogfish Head Brewery.
Okay, 302 Day. Here's something for actual March 2nd, 302. Delaware Governor Matt Meyer will celebrate with a community event packed with Delaware pride. People can learn about state resources and services from a number of state agencies, all the while enjoying good food, music, and fun. The governor's office says this event takes place at the Eastside Charter School in Wilmington, and it will run from noon to, get this, noon until 3:02 p.m. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Design a custom home that fits your unique style and budget with Accessible Home Builders. At Accessible, we provide you with a variety of customizable options to create the home of your dreams.
Accessible Builders provided us with a beautiful home.
Scott is full of ideas from his past experiences, and he really worked with us on all our custom asks and wants.
We would definitely recommend Accessible Builders.
Completely customize your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Join America's favorite game
You never know what's going to happen.
for the I Can't Believe It and always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Friday at 7 on Coast TV.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Friday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
I honestly don't know where I'd be without my wife and 2 sons. It's hard to imagine. You want to present yourself in a good way, present yourself as a good role model. Not that that's an issue, but it's always in the back of my mind. Hey, is this the way I want them to see? Is this the way I want them to be? I just can't imagine not having that family, people I'm with, part of my life. I just can't imagine it.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Victory isn't just the finish line, it's the fire that drives us. Seizing opportunities, rising to challenges, and never backing down. At the Delmarva Sports Network, we celebrate the wins, big and small. We honor the hustle, the heart, and the heroes. Because DSN is where local teams become legends. It's where champions shine, and every victory inspires the next. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dream. Now on CoastTV News.
Milton decides, leadership on the line in the town with an election on Saturday, what the mayoral candidates are saying on key issues.
Delaware's power dilemma as consumers deal with high energy bills, why one local member of the General Assembly is pushing back against the state's solar policy.
And it's a chilly start to our Friday here on Delmarva with temperatures in the 40s. We are on our way to the mid-50s today under plenty of sunshine. And, well, the weekend starts off on a pretty good note in the 60s, but big changes come for the second half. I'll break it all down in my full forecast here in minutes.
Short stay? Might want to think again. Shake up in Ocean City's rental policy that will affect the summer season.
This is CoastTV News Today.
February 28th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, time is 6:32. I feel like we're on Ovechkin watch here. I know not everyone's on board with me.
You are.
But he had no goals last night against the Blues, so the Great 8 is still 11 away from tying the Great 1. Wayne Gretzky caps are home tomorrow with Tampa Bay, and that is your Alex Ovechkin report.
The Webers are sports people, but we're not into hockey. I might need to get into hockey.
You live in a state where there's a team there that's got multiple...
My mom has said she wants to get into it, so maybe I will, but we're going to now go to someone who I know loves hockey.
Oh, this guy's big.
This guy loves hockey.
Oh, yeah. I woke up to news that my Flyers blew a 3-0 lead against the Penguins. Yeah, this is good news. Well, temperatures this morning are in the 40s, so a bit chilly, not too bad overall. We're at 40 in Seaford, 45 in Salisbury, 45 Ocean City. We're at 44 in Rehoboth Beach. And we're running about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. Remember, we were in the 50s, but overall, not too bad. We should be around freezing for this time of year as far as our lows are concerned, so we're above that. We have a west wind, 10 to 15. We'll see those winds really begin to pick up this afternoon, really through the weekend as well. We are dry, free of any precipitation. The front well off the coast, and we are going to see plenty of sunshine as that sun begins to rise right there. Sunny, pleasant day ahead with highs in the 50s, and we are going to be on quite a seesaw this weekend from the 60s to feeling like the teens come Sunday morning. And the good news is no big storm systems. We stay pretty dry at least through the middle part of next week. So as far as your forecast today is concerned, temperatures starting off in the 40s and we rise into the lower to mid 50s across the peninsula this afternoon. We'll talk more about that. A wild weekend ahead as far as the temperatures are concerned. That's coming up in the full 7-8 a little later on in the half hour.
Thank you, Chris. And speaking of the weekend, Milton's municipal election will take place tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Milton Fire Department. The mayoral race sees current mayor John Collier facing current vice mayor for the top spot. 3 candidates are on the ballot to fill 2 town council seats as well. One of the issues people living in the town have is a lack of parking. And here's what the town council candidates have to say about that.
The town is looking at ways that is most equitable to have that cost covered.
I'm not a real big fan of the proposals that went to the, I believe it was the Finance Committee.
All eligible voters must bring an ID with them to the polling place.
Got another election to tell you about. It's in Milford. There will be a special election next month. The city's asking people to vote on borrowing up to $8.5 million. This is for water improvements. That election will take place on Saturday, April 26th.
Happening today in Fenwick Island, the parking policy for the upcoming summer season could see a vote by town council. The council is looking at the number and the type of parking tags that will be made available to property owners. Tags allow for parking on both streets and beach ends of the town. In addition, property owners also get 2 parking permits, which can only be used on the town streets. Paid parking begins in Fenwick Island on May 15th.
All right, let's go live now to Ocean City. We're going to take a look there. People from all over the country. We don't have that shot, apparently. Okay, well, I got ahead of myself. But if we're going to stay in Ocean City for this next story, if you're looking to book a short-term rental in a residential area or mobile home there for a weekend, you soon might be out of luck. Next week, council members will decide whether or not short-term rentals in Ocean City should have a 5-day minimum stay. Right now, there is no minimum. This new proposal will be going to its second and final reading on Monday night.
High energy fees taking even more out of one Delmarva Power customer's pocket. On your screen now is one Ocean View local who is a victim. And due to the spike in costs from Delmarva Power customers,
these high fees, they've grown to be a big issue. There's even a Facebook group for people who are dealing with this. And CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conray shows us the effect these high energy bills are having.
Bills on top of bills.
This is in November, December.
All costing way too much.
We need reliable energy to bring our energy bills down.
That's the harsh reality for Delmarva Power user Chris Connolly.
I can't afford to run this thing. I mean, it's crazy, you know, when you think about, you know, the luxuries of just being able to turn on warm water.
The 53-year-old Delmarva Power customer lives in Ocean View and uses a normal amount of energy each month. But in the last few months, Chris and other customers alike have experienced a hike in their energy bill costs. For Chris, he saw a jump of over $100 in the past year. His bill last February was $448.72. His bill this February, $587.22. He says he feels left in the dark as to why.
You look at the graph, you see that your usage skyrocketed January 1st and February, and yet you look at the previous month and last year's February bill was 4 degrees difference for the entire month. So where is this, oh, it's so cold this year coming from? Because last year was only 4 degrees difference.
Delmarva Power released a statement on all of this, stating they are committed to addressing the concern of their customers and connecting customers with resources to help manage their winter energy bills. Usually when you get home from work, you're going to turn on the TV, all of the lights, or anything that isn't already on. But for Chris and Nicole, when they get home, this is how they're living. Chris says he is trying to save money where he can.
When I get up in the morning to do my routine, I don't turn on the light, I sit in the dark.
Delmarva Power says they are trying to help customers like Chris by suspending late payment fees and waiving deposits for those who disconnected and want to rejoin. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
And Delaware legislators, they're also looking at options for people struggling to pay their bills. There is a House bill that would give financial assistance to those making a moderate income. That bill would also allocate more funding to the low-income home energy assistance program. But not all lawmakers think this is the right move.
Don't need to have to come up with a new funding source. It's already there through our RGGI, what we're paying on our monthly bills. Therefore, I came up with SB 64 to convert that money back to the ratepayers.
Now, on the flip side of that, some people we spoke with support the original bill, saying it's needed now more than ever, and anyone who gets assistance will also be required to participate in energy savings and efficiency programs.
And at a Public Service Commission meeting last week, those high power bills were front and center. You'll learn the rate increase in Delaware was approved in April 2024, and that is contributing to higher bills. But that's not all. On June 1st of this year, new bid prices will take effect, adding around a 7.5% increase. The Public Service Commission claims these prices are competitive and consistent with market conditions, but they're the highest auction prices Delaware has ever seen.
And State Senator Brian Pettyjohn pointing to the recently closed Indian River Power Plant that we're showing you here from our Coast Copter as reason that Delaware needs a diverse energy portfolio. Pettyjohn says this plant generated 410 megawatts. He says Delaware's 10,000 solar installations, all of them, only make 241 megawatts of energy. Starting tomorrow in the Lewis area, the point at Cape Henlopen State Park is closing for the spring and summer season. It's not a surprise. The annual closure has been taking place since 1993. Officials there say it's necessary for the protection of migratory shorebirds and other wildlife whose beach nesting is threatened and endangered. The Oceanside, that will reopen to the public September 1st. Bayside won't open until October 1st. That's because of shorebird migration.
And Matt, this is a sign that summer is on its way. Denrick is reminding people that tomorrow you will need to start paying to enter state parks. This will last until November 30th. And for your convenience, you can purchase one of multiple types of annual passes that will give access to all 17 Delaware state parks for the entire fee season. However, daily fees for cars registered in state are $4 and at inland parks and at $5 at ocean parks. And we are now taking a live look at our nation's capital. Important meetings taking place here today that could impact the war in Ukraine. Happening today, President Trump hosts Ukrainian President Zelensky at the White House. The leader of the war-torn country comes to Washington after he and President Trump disagreed over Russia's war on Ukraine. President Zelensky is expected to sign an agreement today to share revenue from Ukraine rare earth minerals in the U.S. in the exchange for some foreign security guarantees, though President Trump has said he wants Europe to take the lead.
And we still have more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Making What's Old New Again will tell you about the task force in Rehoboth Beach that could give new life to older commercial areas.
Also, Cape in control. And we'll move on to this story here. We'll show you how a performance in Sussex County set the stage Thursday night. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
It matters late at night. It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have more locations than any other pharmacy, with pharmacists you get to know right in your neighborhood.
Where you get your medicine matters.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I Can't Believe It. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Friday at 7 on Coast TV.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Friday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Ordered now.
Well, I hope your Friday morning is off to a fantastic start as we take a live look into Lewis. Those clear skies, we're at 44 degrees, and boy, it has been a mild stretch, to say the least, on Delmarva after quite a cold winter. You know, we had that cold week there last week through Valentine's Day, and then we had some rain, some snow last week. But boy, it's been warm, really, since Monday. 57 Monday. We were in the mid to upper 60s over the last 3 days, and we're going to continue to see that warming trend at least through the weekend before things really drop through the weekend. We'll talk about that big cool down and how low those wind chills may fall later on this weekend, coming up in the full 7-day forecast in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. Music ran through the air Thursday at Cape Henlopen High School during the Sussex County Honor Band concert. Students from 21 middle and high schools throughout Sussex County performed for an auditorium of family, friends, and music lovers. The musicians learned from guest conductor Hannah Morrison from Westchester University and Anoa Green from Baltimore School of the Arts. The next step for these students are concerts with their schools later this spring.
Very cool there. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, 4:30, we've got girls high school basketball with Decatur and Parkside. Then later on tonight, final score at 10:30. And on the DSM Plus app, in addition to Decatur and Parkside, you can also watch women's college hockey quarterfinals. Got a couple ones for you. One's at 6:45 and another one at 9.
Wearing those sunglasses today. Plenty of sunshine expected with highs reaching the lower to mid 50s. It'll be a bit breezy at times, and we're going to carry over that sunshine into the weekend, but only there's going to be a big drastic change in temperature. We'll break it down in the full forecast when Coast TV News Today returns.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
It's time to put
time for greatness.
Get more with DSN Plus. Subscribe today.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
The weather is brought to you by Royal Plus. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make.
When you have damage caused by frozen or burst pipes, getting help fast is crucial. Royal Plus offers immediate and professional cleanup services if you should suffer damage from frozen pipes. Our water extraction and restoration repair technicians are experts at restoring any structure, location, or property type, and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to respond to your water emergency. In disaster's wake, there's one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
The time is now 6:48 and we are taking a live look outside this morning. And Chris, it's a little bit warmer and that is a beautiful sunrise right there. I love to see the good sunrises, and I love when the sun actually does its job and creates some warmth. So it is today and tomorrow, not Sunday. We need to start March off on a good couple of days. Come on.
Yeah, we're going to do that. You're not going to really like the news the second half of the weekend. We're going to see a brief shot of some colder air, but yeah, temperatures have been quite mild across much of Delmarva. We're in the lower to mid-40s right now, 44 Rehoboth Beach, 45 in Ocean City. Winds right now, not all that gusty, but we are going to see those winds begin picking up throughout the day today. Small craft advisory up through the Delaware coast. That runs through about 4 today from Ocean City down through Chickateague. That's up through about 10 this morning, and then we have that running to about noon on the bay side. We're pretty dry, just have a few snow showers streaming across western Pennsylvania, but this cold front you see up here to the northern Midwest, that is going to mean some business as it pushes through here tomorrow night. So we're wall-to-wall sunshine today, low to mid-50s. We continue the sunshine into the weekend, but it's really going to be that drastic temperature change we're going to see through Saturday into Sunday. Temperatures today reaching the mid-50s under mostly sunny skies. Futurecast shows clear skies through the afternoon today and into the evening hours. Tomorrow we're in the lower 60s, but then that wind shift out of the northwest Saturday night, that's an indicator of that cold front moving through. And look at those temperatures Sunday morning in the 20s. So it's going to be pretty gusty here through the day today, 25 to 30. Winds picking up a bit more tomorrow, 35 miles an hour out of the northwest tomorrow night. That's going to create some bitter wind chills come Sunday morning. 65 for Saturday, 38 Sunday. Plenty of sunshine through the weekend. The only problem is this cold front. Strong front that's going to usher in those bitter wind chills. By Sunday morning, it's going to feel like 11 in Millsboro, 10 in Lewis, and 12 in Berlin. And then by Monday morning, still feeling like the teens and 20s throughout much of Delmarva. Now, along the coast over the next 3 days, Assateague, we're at 53, Chickateague 57 on Saturday. But then by Sunday, where that colder air moves in. Ocean City, we're only at 35 on Sunday, 39 on Monday. The same for Lewis. Plenty of sunshine, but that drastic drop in temperature. We stay dry through next Wednesday when our precipitation chances really ramp up. This could be a stronger chance of rain, some heavier rain, maybe even a rumble of thunder possible there come Wednesday night. 55 today, mostly sunny skies. We're at 41 overnight under starry skies. We begin the weekend on a high note, 65. And ended on a cold one. Roger Whitford, Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. There is that cold front, bringing the colder air. Sunday, 38. We're at 42 on Monday. We do rebound, though, back into the 50s and 60s through middle part of next week, with our next chance of rain coming on Wednesday.
Thank you, Chris. Rehoboth Beach is looking to expand its housing options. City leaders say the current code has some blind spots for mixed-use zoning. Think buildings that have businesses on the ground floor but apartments above. So a task force has been challenged to update that code.
There's a deficit in our housing supply in the city for the people who are working in our restaurants, in our various shops. They have to leave the city in order to live somewhere. And we want to encourage the opposite.
The city hopes this will lead to more affordable housing. We will be right back. Actually, we will not. The time is now 6:51, and we are going to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
Got to do this, Elisa. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day, as they do on every Friday, they come to us from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. On your screen, that's Pandy. Look at those beautiful eyes. It's a young and spry kitty.
Cute.
He likes to climb on shelves and watch his surroundings. Somebody, you got to go out there. You got to adopt Pandy. They have a bunch of other lovable pets there. You can visit them all at the Brandywine Valley SPCA.
And of course, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
Yeah, on the screen, top center there, QR code, scan it, get your friends to us here, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And we have ourselves a beautiful Friday on tap, mostly sunny skies. It'll be a bit breezy through the afternoon with a high of 55 degrees, and we're trending even warmer as we start the weekend. We'll talk all about that in the full 10-day forecast when CoastTV News Today comes right back.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital. Expert care every day.
You're good. I have your lunchbox. Yes,
Mornings can be a bit hectic. But what if your morning was just easier? At Wawa, it is. With everything you need to get your day moving.
Hi. Have a good one.
All we ask is that you hold the door. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
The time is now 6:55, and here are the things you need to know before you go. New this morning, we could see a vote in Fenwick Island about parking tags for the upcoming summer season. What is scheduled to be discussed by the town council this morning is the number and the type of parking tags that will be made available to property owners. Fenwick's current policy distributes 1 blue tag and 2 parking permits per property.
Denmark reminding people that tomorrow, Saturday, you will need to start paying to enter state parks, and that will last until November 30th. You can purchase one of several types of annual passes, and that gives you access to all 17 Delaware state parks for the entire fee season. Got an update to a story that we first brought to you on Sunday, a fire from the Cypress Estates housing project in Lincoln. That site is now under Denrick's management as air monitoring there is underway.
And Hollywood is preparing for another Oscar night.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien is hosting the 97th Academy Awards at the Dolby Theater. It'll be Sunday night.
Amelia Perez leads with 13 nominations, while The Brutalist and the movie musical Wicked have 10 nominations each. All right, and the time is now 6:56. We're going to take another quick look at our final day of February forecast.
Yeah, Chris, I'm curious here. Windbreaker or maybe more, depending on where you are today.
Yeah, if you're on the coast, it's going to be still a bit cool out there. We're going to be in the lower 50s, so about 10 degrees cooler than where we were at yesterday, but still above average. Now, tomorrow, it is going to be a mild, breezy day. Strong cold front comes through Saturday night into Sunday, and we're going to feel like the teens come Sunday morning. Disregard the air temperatures, but it's going to feel much colder. But it's a brief shot of colder air because by next week, we're right back up in the 50s and 60s, and we stay pretty dry with our next chance of rain coming into Wednesday. And then you see towards the tail end of that 10-day, we have to set those clocks ahead. We're going to lose an hour there, Elisa.
Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Then stick with us for Coast TV Midday at 11.
And until then, have a great Friday, everybody.